Good morning, everyone. We're live from Garmin Olathe Soccer Complex in Olathe, Kansas. We're watching the 2009 Dakota Lions Soccer Club Boys Black as they take on the 402 Development Academy out of Lincoln, Nebraska. These two teams are not necessarily strangers to each other. My understanding is that, thanks, bud, that in the last matchup, your Dakota Lions boys came out on top. But these are different teams, different days, and a high-stakes tournament. So yesterday, 402 lost by a score of 0-2 to the KC Legends, one of the premier teams out of the state of Kansas. That put your Dakota Lions at 1-0, KC Legends at 1-0, Chicago 0-1, and Nebraska 0-1. Game time set to start at 10 a.m. Captain's meeting has already taken place. This will be another tough one. 402, for whatever the rankings mean, 402, the number 3 ranked team in the state of Nebraska. In the smaller states, not positive really what rankings mean, considering that your 09 Blacks are currently listed as the number 3 team in the state of South Dakota, behind two teams that, apparently are ranked above them. So we'll be back shortly with kickoff, 40-minute halves. I'm assuming that the DASC boys will move left to right, a little bit of wind, moving left to right, also kind of moving across the field from the players right to left as they attack. And here's the initial presentation. Holden Hilmo gets the captain's band today for Dakota Lions. Much stronger winds today, so my apologies to anyone for wind interference. I'll try to speak articulately. Holden Hilmo, captain, assistant captain, appears to be Owen Sire. Sonicson will start in the goal. Here comes the presentation. It was slightly overcast for the 8 a.m. game, certainly tolerable. Sun starting to peek through, clouds starting to clear, and it's going to be another roaster today. And here's your presentation. As noted, Hilmo, Sire, Sonicson, Rolfing, McMillan, Andres Ataro, Liam Whitey, Grant Olson, Martin Mahesha, Carson Coulter, and Carson Johnson get the starts. And I was incorrect. It looks like we will start into the wind. Dakota Lions will move right to left, and 402 will move left to right. Sonicson net, back 3, CJ, Liam, Grant Olson. Midfielders, Martin, Holden, Carson Coulter, and Owen Sire. Up top, Andreas, Miles Rolfing will start in possession first. Checks. AR checks.
That should be the brochure for everything. Yes.
I'll wait till the clock ticks 10 a.m. USYS runs a tight ship. 3, 2, 1. We are away, folks. Going to drop to Opland, and Opland will smash one down towards Sire. Taken in the air by Nebraska player. Here's McMillan and Rolfing on the far touch. Going to throw in. Grant steps. Now Nebraska. There's Liam Whitey. Whitey finds Andreas. Andreas dribbles into the legs of a Nebraska player, and now Nebraska on the attack. Flag is up. Andreas just not able to hook up with Martin. Here's Andreas looking for Martin. Near touch. Carson Johnson on that. Defenders push up. Ball from top. Rolfing coming for it. This ball is put to the edge of the penalty area. Rolfing there. Ball falls to Martin via Carson Coulter, and that ball is slicing. Here's Oakley McMillan serving it towards the 18. Ball defended forward. Here's Sire holding Hilmo. Hilmo through 2. Gets through 2. Another attempted long ball through. Recovered by Liam. Andreas allows through. Andreas trying to fight through number 10. Gets through. Cross attempted. Here's a cross. Back of the net. That's a good. Carson Coulter on the cross by Andres Aparo. And your DASC 09s out to another quick start. Beautiful drive down the field by Andreas. Gets past 2 defenders on the right side. Fires in. And just under the 2-minute mark. I think it was Carson, I thought, and then didn't it was technically it was an own goal, right? But Carson put it in play off the center defender, ricochets into the back of the net. 2 minutes in, 1 goal up. And now 4:02. We start with possession. Big long ball with the wind, fired to the far corner of the field. Grant Olson defending. That's going to just roll all the way. Nope, it's going to be deflected off of Grant for a throw-in the far corner of the field. Olson matched up with a pretty speedy left striker. And here's Martin. Ball eventually cleared by Liam Whitey. Here's Andreas. Andreas finds Carson Johnson. Johnson belts one. Morgan, I don't know if you're listening, but I can't read that full text. My belief is you just plug it in and it starts going. Here's Grant Olson. Retains possession. Now the ball falls. This is the lefty with a really strong foot. One of the more memorable players for DA. Ball put out to the far touch. Out of reach for Miles Rolfing. However, last touched by Nebraska. Sire with the throw. Here's McMillan. Back to Sire. Past one. Finds Coulter. Coulter. McMillan on the touch. Deflected out of bounds by the Lincoln midfielder. Black throw. Again, Sire. Looking for Coulter. Look forward. Martin. Liam Whitey. Ball dropped to Sonic. Whitey. Unlucky. Agreed. Ball comes to the center of the field. Off of Grant's head. Whitey there for it. Ball flicked. Covered by Sonicson. In the penalty area. His first handling of the ball, and he'll deliver a long strike. The center circle looking for Rolfing. Beautiful header by Rolfing. And that's going to be a foul on the 402 player. I assume that Liam Whitey would be over this. Here's Whitey. Ball just on the attacking side of the center circle. Ball delivered towards the frame. Here's Rolfing. Header. Oh, nice work by the keeper. And that ball deflected to the upper away corner. A nice bit of work by the Lincoln keeper. Here's Coulter. Here's Whitey. Coulter. Sire. Neat little flick to Coulter. Ball returns. Here's Oakley McMillan. Slide tackle averted, avoided. That's 2. And that's 3 he gets by. Unfortunately, he's touched too strong for McMillan. Ball out of play over the goal line. Long ball put to midfield. Taken out of the air by Owen Sire. Mishandled by the 402 midfielder, out of play. Sire, throw. Sire finds Rolfing. Rolfing impeded. And 402 took the throw. Here's Grant Olson. Touch too strong. Here's Whitey. Smart communication out of Alpin to Whitey, letting him know there's someone right behind him. Touch too strong, however, recovered. Here's Rolfing. Rolfing through one, into the box. Rolfing shot fired. That's no. Yeah, that is a goal. As that crossed the line, Rolfing went up 2-0 at the 7.5 mark. Rolfing gets through, keeps his feet. Well done keeping your feet, Miles Rolfing. And at the 7-minute mark, your DASC boys up 2-0. It appeared that ball ricocheted, but it fully covered the goal line off of the near post. Far post for Rolfing, near post for me. Up 2-0, 8 minutes. And McMillan's going to be first 2. Strong touch, handled out of the air by 402 player. Now 402 on the attack. That'll be a foul on Hilmo. Number 2 goes down. This will be a free kick. Just about at midline on the far side of the center circle. And this is the strong midfielder, really strong left foot. Ball just blasted downfield, covered by Sonicson. The ball rolled out, slicing towards Carson Johnson. Here's Hilmo. Hilmo has Johnson. Nice bit of footwork. Lincoln Patriot to the Washington Warrior. There's another Patriot, Grant Olson. One hovering, gives up possession. Not positive. That's on Grant. So Grant's dispossessed and foul awarded. We're tripping on Grant. So again, here's the big lefty with the tailwind. It's certainly a player that can put this on frame. And does not. That's wide right. Goal kick. That ball is going to find its way to Overland Park if no one grabs it. Liam Whitey will soft jog and take possession of the ball. Good kick. All delivered towards Martine. And yeah, Martine just being bear hugged from the back. Quick play to Miles Rolfing. Oh, tries to find the diagonal out. Here's McMillan. Cross. Too shallow. Holden Hilmo looking for McMillan for a touch. McMillan looking for Coulter. All put out a play, and that's going to be another donation. They should put the tents up now that the sun's up. I don't know why they haven't, unless they're broken. Yeah, they need, I think, staff. Ball served in. Another nice stop to keep. I think that's probably wide right. It's a bit of tenacity out of Miles Rolfing, who then comes to defend. Rolfing gives chase, gets through. Here's Rolfing again. And that ball, defended by the keeper, will earn a corner. Great hustle out of Miles Rolfing. Takes advantage of some lazy passing by 402 DA. Ball played out to McMillan. Looking for Sire. Sire's dispossessed. And now counter. Sire covering. Counter is slowed. I'm just going to put a long ball over the top of everyone towards Liam Whitey. And Whitey will just turn out for our touch. Play that ball out. White throwing the far touch. Ball cleared by Carson Johnson over the head of a 402 player. And last touched by Dakota Lions. White throw. Ball headed. Sire pushed off. Roll. And Olsen puts his ball into play. Pays the price for it. And put in the box. Click forward by Hilmo. Finds Rolfing. 3 on Rolfing. Rolfing is eventually dispossessed. And eventually, Grant Olsen delivers the ball towards midfield. It will be gathered by the 402 DAs. Again, they're just firing shots at the 18. Throw into the box. Here's Hilmo. Hilmo gains possession. And he's pulled down. Yep. Call got made. Call got made. Somebody get Chris McMillan a caramel-covered apple sucker. And this ball just kind of floats to a Lincoln midfielder, but Grant Olsen recovers, plays a long ball down the far touch, and they will deliver back to the keeper. Misfired. Here's Coulter looking for Rolfing. And Rolfing trying to get past a strong midfielder. Keeper will just drop, play forward again to midline, and we'll just allow that. If they want to continue to pass the ball to Opland, we'll take that all day. We'll take that for another 25 minutes. Who's going to allow the attacker finally to commit. Ball delivered to midfield, looking for Coulter. And Rolfing does the right thing, makes no play on the ball as he's in an offside position. Allows Martine to recover. Ball directed to Owen Sire. Here's Holden. Olsen. McMillan. McMillan trying to be a little tricky there. I think probably needs to come to the ball a little sooner. His timing just off, and now we've got a counter forthcoming. And ball passed to Sonicson. Sonicson quickly plays out to Johnson. And Johnson drops to Liam. Liam finds Holden. There's Coulter. Turnover in a dangerous area of the field. Right at the 18, defended by Liam. There's Coulter, Hilmo, Martin, an aggressive play. Nice pass by Martin. Black throw. There's Carson Johnson. All right, Martin with the yellow. Martin. And this ball will fall to Grant Olson, and he'll just belt this downfield. Looking for open McMillan. McMillan, 2, collides with a 402 defender and allow that ball just to roll out of play. And it's a Black throw. And it's touched by Black. So Martin sitting on a yellow at the 15-minute mark, 16-minute mark. And sub coming for 402 DA. Sire's knee. Another big throw. Put out to the far touch, and they're going to just allow that to roll out for another throw. That's looks centrally headed out by Whitey. Again, 402 enjoying the wind at their back. And the new striker will defer to a teammate for the throw in. There's Hilmo, Coulter. Finds Grant Olson. Grant delivers this ball out of play. Okay, DASC here is Martin. Through 2. Wow. No call at all. Cross forthcoming. Played out. So, little error there. Martin just needs to get the ball off of his foot a little bit faster as 2 or 3 defenders compress. Now a dangerous spot. Grant there. Grant defends. Ball falls. Shot fired high. Sub. Tate Stamp will enter the field for Martin at the 18.5-minute mark. So, again, our thoughts, and if you're a prayer, our prayers with all of those up in Sioux Falls watching the game and having to deal with the flooding. Hopefully the rain is done for a while, and let the cleanup begin. So Sonics and Trots. I don't know. I don't know the rules. Sonics and over this. Play out to Olson. Olson fires forward looking for Coulter. There's McMillan, little turf monkey. McMillan tries to recover, a little 1-2 action by 402. They try to play through, and Holden Hilmo's there. Swing and a miss by Sire. Well defended by McMillan. Nice stop by Sire. And at some point, number two's got to get a warning. It's time for you to buy a watch. It's 20 minutes, buddy. We started the game at exactly 10 a.m. Exactly, like they counted down 3, 2, 1. So I'll try to be better about announcing the time, but big left foot coming, shot fired. Again out of play. We'll have to see if Coach Connor maybe has a different idea, as we seem to be kind of huddled back in our defensive third. And after a quick 2-0 start, good vision. This ball is held up in the air. Andreas, however, defended. And last touch by Andreas. Excuse me, that's a lie. The ball was already out of play. CJ looking for Tate Stamp, the recent substitution. That ball is going to be gathered by Sonics, and long ball delivered over midline. Again, there's that strong defensive mid for 402, just constantly on the ball. Certainly one of their premier defenders. Ball put out, and Oakley McMillan off to the races. Ball put out of play by that defensive mid. Try and get a number on that kid. Subs up. Rolfing after a fantastic opening 21 minutes. We'll get a rest. On comes Ben Jensen. 2 40-minute halves. Once you sub off in a half, you are off for that half. You may return in the second half. Substitution windows I'm unclear on. During National League play, one of the fourth IR, that ball gets through everyone and falls to the foot of a DA player. Eventually, Coulter there. Here's Liam Whitey. Liam Whitey's going to make a little run. Finds Tate Stamp. Shot fired. Beautiful. I like seeing it. Keep firing, Tate Stamp. All gathered by the keeper. We'll just roll out to the defensive mid. Long ball through. And again, we'll just, Oppen will just gobble that up. Oppen will play this at his feet. Come out to Olsen. Olsen. That's a handball. Yep. I don't know why he's arguing. That's so clearly a handball. His arm is extended. It hits his forearm. There's just no reason to argue that level of call. Maybe playing mental games. Ball floating in the breeze. Has to be reset by Olsen. Here's Grant Olsen. Grant Olsen delivers forward. Wind holds that up. Here's Liam, a little misstep. But Carson Johnson there to recover. Unfortunately, he is then dispossessed. And on the counter is number 2. And little turf monster. He'll have a little lay down, maybe a quicker than that. And Sire puts the ball in. And Grant just delivers this right to a midfielder. And recovered by Holden. Holden looking for Ben Jensen. Through ball to Andreas Hurtado. Andreas pulls back. Fires. Gathered. Real opportunity to go up 3-0 there. My apologies on the Zoom. As Andreas just barely onside. You can see the side, the far side AR point his ball forward, his hand forward, indicating no offside offense was going to be indicated. This ball flicked back. Here's Filmo. Filmo finds Coulter. Olsen. Coulter. 2 converge on Carson Coulter. That's a slide tackle from the back. Must have attained ball. And we've got 4 subs forthcoming. Andreas off. Carson Johnson off, and Holden Hilmo off. Ben Hewitt, who scored the opening goal against the Galaxy Soccer Club out of Illinois yesterday, will come on. Charlie Krieger comes on into a defensive position. Christian Coronado on into the midfield. And last but not least, Eli Bloom. Here's Christian. Christian looking for Jensen, and foul called. I'm going to assume that Liam will be over this, and he is. Here's Whitey. Whitey, the younger brother of the esteemed Ella Whitey of the 19U girls. One of the top teams in the country. Who got a big victory yesterday. Here's Tate Stamp. Tate attains, finds Sire. Sire mishandles as that pass may be a little too much tempo on it. And we've got an attacking position here for number 1. And flag is up. Really happy with how the back line continues to hold. Offside offense just about at the 18. So Alpin will grab this. We got about 14 minutes remaining because it's 10:26 and the game started right at 10 o'clock. You're welcome. So Sonicson delivers this, and you just see that wind whip to midfield, handled by Coulter. Coulter with a beautiful vision. He's looking for Jensen. The ball held up. Here's Stamp looking for Hewitt. Hewitt shielded, needs to be mindful. Yeah, foul given. That's on Hewitt from behind. You can see the wind is actually blowing strongly enough where it will not stay in place from left to right. Another ball served towards the 18, defended neatly by Liam Whitey. Ball played forward. Here comes Tate Stamp, and Wisely, number 23, the right back for 402 Academy, just belts it out of play. As Tate Stamp was on the attack, here's Charlie Krieger with the throw. Charlie finding Coulter. Coulter turns. Yeah, just nothing intentional, but he's going to talk smack. Nothing intentional, I don't think, until he started complaining. So maybe something intentional. And Liam will step over this. About 35 yards out. Here's Whitey. Ball delivered, wide, headed up, falls to Christian Coronado. Now Hewitt tries to play centrally. This ball is deflected. Oh, and Hewitt out of play corner as the keeper gathered it over the goal line. There's Carson Coulter. Is this the first corner of the half for us? First corner of the half. It was last time. Ball delivered in the air, headed out by 402. Here's Bloom. Bloom retaining possession. The drop towards Olsen. Olsen flicks forward. Ball just spinning backwards. Liam Whitey finds Krieger. Krieger re-steps, slows down the attack. Here's Jensen, Ben Jensen. Krieger to Liam, fires. That's out of play. Yeah, when the full ball crosses over the touchline, it's out of play. Stepped by Hewitt. Jensen. There's 2 Bens on the field, and at some point I'll figure out which is which. Long throw over the top, handled crisply out of the air. And playing a 1-2, Liam steps. Here's Olsen. Coulter there. Hewitt. Slide tackle. Here's Krieger. Ball flicked forward towards Hewitt. Hewitt impeded. High kick. Not called. Here's Coulter. Krieger plays this ball towards the box. To the races is Ben Jensen. Possession attained. Jensen needs to be mindful here. And that's going to be a free kick given. Quick play. Here's Stamp. Defended. Heady play. Was that Eddie Murphy Raw? Washoo! When he falls down the steps, Eddie Murphy Raw. All right, so we're gonna give the opponent time to put on a shoe. Here's Coulter. Time to double knot those babies. Here's Stamp. 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 Ball just belted. And I'm assuming that Sanderson's going to let the attacker run all the way down. We're at the 31-minute mark. Sonicson for Olsen. Olsen's going to allow that to go through towards the touch. Here's Bloom. Neatly handles off of the chest. And Christian and Coulter there for it. Here's Christian. Bloom. Is that on? Who is that on? Bloom. I know. Do you know? Was it Christian? Just a little overly aggressive. And as predicted, long ball driven towards the 18, allowed through, called off. So Whitey called off by Sonicson, and Oppen will just grab this, and he'll try to play to the near touch. Long ball in the air. Here's Jensen. Jensen flicks to Krieger. Unfortunate pass right to a DA player. Here's Whitey. Here's Jensen. Has Krieger. I'm going to let him play as they'll drop to the center defender, number 4. Now, number 6, who was playing a defensive mid, Eli Bloom there for it, slide tackle. And Eli defends that ball to play for the far touch. Taken out of the air by Sire. Bloom finds trying to find Coulter. Hewitt there for it. Last touched by Hewitt. A long throw down the far touch. And this ball put into the air. Olsen there for it. And that's a pretty dangerous play. Whitey there for it. And we've got one-on-one. Beautiful defensive play by Liam Whitey. And Owen Sire just about injures Whitey on the celebratory reaction. Corner on the far post. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday. Defending a corner is 100% effort, very little skill. Ball delivered in. Ball's in the box. Booted forward by Olsen. On the far touch. Defense pushes forward. Coulter gives chase. Ball delivered centrally. Balls to Christian. Coronado. Coronado in possession. No one coming. Long ball through. Here comes the keeper. It's deflected. That's going to fall. Look in the air, boys. It's in the air. Here's Jensen. Christian. Ball played forward. Here is Ben Hewitt. But in an offside position. So just unlucky. Oh, this is dangerous. Ball headed to a striker right there. That's 18 through 2. Whitey there again. Whitey plays ball. Bit of a nice movement, and that ball headed out to the 18. Here's Coulter. Clear. All right. Just kind of letting them hang around right here. A really great opportunity for 402. Here's Hewitt. And forestalled by the DASC defense. And we heard a lot of parents wanted to call in the box. This ref is letting them play pretty aggressively. And Liam Whitey makes a good play on the ball. Ball delivered and will be gathered by Hopland. Long ball delivered towards midline. That's over the top of all the defenders. Hewitt there for it. Here's Coulter, has Bloom. Plays the ball forward towards Jensen. Just a little bit too shallow. Olsen heads it. Here's Bloom. Ball falls to number 6. Sire there for it. Last touch by Sire. This will be a white throw. 5 minutes. They'll play back to number 6. 5 minutes remain in this half. They'll play back to the midline. Jensen gives chase. Slows the attack. Liam there for it. Liam Whitey doing Liam Whitey things. Tangled up. And Liam's going to make a little run. Has Stamp. Stamp to the races. Takes it into the penalty area. Taken out of the air by Charlie Krieger. Here's Jensen. Really great opportunity on that cross by Stamp. Just comes late. Now off to the races on the far side is 402. All centered. Sonics in there to defend it. That's going to end up, I think, being a corner. Actually, based upon the movement of 402, it'll be a goal kick. And no one heading to that corner. Was that an offside? Okay, offside offense called. That's why. This happened in the game yesterday where I thought there was a goal kick in the same area of the field, but it was actually an offside offense. This ball flicked forward. Sonicson calls for it, and just going to allow that to run all the way into one of the girls' fields. Sub coming on now. And Sire, I think, is asking for sub or for water. Taking the time while Opland trots. This is going to add at least a minute, I'd imagine, as this ball is, let's see if we can find Opland Sonics. And there's Opland. Way over there. The ball's not actually there, but there's a 15U girls team over there. And there's Sonicson. That allows Sire to grab a drink. No back netting. And Sonicson with a little jog. Right. Take a second, Opland. Maybe take a quick nap. All right. Goal kick. And Wisely, he'll just play to Whitey. Oh, a little bit of a lazy pass. I think looking for Stamp. We give the ball up right at the attacking part of the field. Whitey recovers. Right, Whitey played off the ball. Defended by Tate Stamp. Way to recover, Tate Stamp. So 1 minute of regulation remains, but I would imagine we'll have at least 2 minutes of stoppage. Number 6, strong lefty. This ball will hook towards Opland. Hopefully Charlie Krieger is manning up. Big player in the box. To allow Opland to not be impeded. Ball hooking in. And that is defended. Keep playing. Right. All right. I think she might have. Did she call a flop? Ball played to the near touch. Be a white throw. And here the 402s, they all want a penalty. None given. Nice little bit of movement here. There's Whitey. And we'll drop to 23. This ball delivered. No flag up. Don't ask for the flag, Bloom. Just continue to play, my friend. I'm going to take it back to the 18. Try to cross, swing and a miss. Bam. Wow. It actually wasn't in the box. If it had been a handball, it's in the penalty circle, which is not a part of the penalty box. And here's Hewitt. Here's Jensen. Jensen tripped up. And Stamp comes through. Did you see any signal for stoppage? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, anything like that? There's another ball. There's another ball donated to Olathe, and that's halftime, folks. Your 2009 boys, Thunder and Lightning, out to a quick 2-0 start in the first half. And we'll be back after some water and a quick break. We'll have the wind at our backs for the second half. Goals by an own goal deflected off of Carson's strike and Miles Ruffin. We'll be back shortly. All right, so we held off the second 20-minute barrage in the back half of the first half. Managed to come out of the first half up 2-0. Be nice to get a couple insurance goals early. Your Dakota Lions team will have the win as we start the second period. The second half. It's pretty. We've got a couple changes. Well, we're going to start this half off with Sonicson in net. Backline will be Krieger, Bloom, and Whitey. Midfielders, Hilmo, Carson Johnson. I think Martine and Tate Stamp. Strikers, moving left to right, will be Andreas and Miles Rolfing. 2-0, 40 minutes to play. So with the wind moving left to right, update the nearby game between Kansas City Legends and Galaxy SC, the other game in our pool. Currently knotted up at zeros at half. A win by Galaxy would be beneficial. Long ball played forward, handled out of the air by Bloom. Bloom finds Stamp. Stamp looking for Andreas. Well handled out of the air. Beautiful little flick back. Finds Krieger. Krieger finds Andreas. Andreas trying to change fields towards a streaking Oakley McMillan. McMillan at the box. And the 402 defender to the ball first. 402 is going to try to play quickly over midline. Long ball put forward. Their balls over the top will hold up in the wind in this half, as opposed to reaching the keeper. So Sonicson will have to consider that. Ball played forward right to the foot of number 6, that strong left-footed midfielder. Here's Whitey. Bloom. Ball defended out by Opland. That's handled by Opland. Wow. He's just going to switch fields here. Long ball handled again by number 6. It just seems to be everywhere for this 402 team. There's Martine. And nice step by Tate. Falls to the foot of a Nebraska player. Here's Whitey. Johnson looking for Whitey. Whitey through one, looking for McMillan. Whitey steps, ball last touched by Black. She's going to pull them all the way back to midline as they advance the ball about 10 yards on the throw. Being very deliberate, letting them know where the ball needs to be thrown from. Their defensive half of mid. Here's Martine. Carson Johnson finds Martine. Martine on the far touch earns a throw for your Dakota Lions boys. It's Carson Johnson. Johnson looking for Stamp. Stamp initially pushed off the ball. The ball drops towards Martine. And Whitey steps. Ball again falls. Flag is down. Now is up. All right. Be a free kick. William Whitey over it. With the wind. Looks like Whitey's going to defer to Sonicson. And he will just use this wind to try to float it well downfield, all the way towards the box. Andres Hurtado is there. It's headed and gathered. So opportunity, again, number 6, just being in the right spot at all times. Heads the ball back to his keeper. A nice attempt from Sonicson to Andreas. That ball is going to roll out of play. Into the far touch. Ball thrown in. Here's Whitey. Whitey steps. Whitey looking for Rolfing. Rolfing flicks to Andreas on the near touch. Slide tackle again, number 6. Geez, somebody better buy that kid a steak from maybe an Omaha steak. Here's Krieger. 2 on Charlie. Continues to fight through. Ball defended by Bloom. Olsen getting a rest. Bloom and Krieger getting the start, as well as Whitey on the back line. Number 6 just delivers this right to Opland. Long ball delivered to the far touch, looking for Oakley McMillan. Tries to get a little cheeky with a little flick. And last touched by Oakley. What's the call? What's the call? Okay, so apparently it's a goal kick. So it looked like Opland kept that ball in play. It must have gone over. Here's Bloom. Holden's tripped. They're going to allow it to play. Dangerous spot to give the ball up. We're going to have a shot put coming. Liam steps. And Sonicson defends. Needs some help. Wow. Okay, boys. Corner kick for 4:02. All right, so I think that's probably going to end the playing it out of the back with the tailwind to this degree. Probably going to go full-on long ball with a 2-0 lead, only 5 minutes in. And 4:02's done a really nice job of keeping the ball in their attacking part of the field. All headed. Cleared by Bloom. As Andreas. Andreas, the long ball looking for Miles Rolfing. Again, 4:02. The defenders push up. They'll put down the near touch. Put out a play by Charlie Krieger. White throw. Holding there. Krieger. Hilmo. Why are we stopping? Liam, good work. Last touch by White. Goal kick. So I think they stopped playing because they're, in these fields, any whistles sound like they're right on top of you. Well, we'll have a goal kick from Sonicson. What's taking place? Yellow card on the coach for 4:02 DA. And we have managed to irritate coaches back-to-back days. We'll hope that we can do that tomorrow as well. As a rumor has it, the canopies are not up because the Chicago coach punched the canopy yesterday. Therefore, no canopies can be used for the entire tournament. It's completely a lie. And it absolutely has nothing to do with why the canopies aren't up. There's Sonicson. Long ball delivered towards Andreas. That gets over the top. Can we keep it in play? We can. Last touch by White. Miles Rolfing. It's for Tate. Tate and Andreas on top of each other. Rolfing there. Again, here's number 6. Ball falls to Hilmo. Now Krieger. Now Bloom. Bloom looking for Andreas. Tate stamp. Ball played down line, out of play. Over the far goal line. I believe this would be a goal kick. So number 4 will get his chance to watch the neighboring game. And we'll have the first goal kick, I believe, of the second half for 402 Development Academy. We'll play out of the back. And I'm going to play it forward. That's gathered by McMillan. Touch a little bit too strong. However, that strong touch finds Rolfing. Here's Martine playing in towards the box. Martine, 2 on him. Need to get that ball off our feet. Nice step by Rolfing. Here's Krieger. Krieger knows he's beat. That ball eventually finds Stamp, and that's a handball. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a handball. This is not a judgment. It's a handball. When it hits the lower part of your forearm and your hand is extended, your arm is extended, it's a handball. It's not a foul. All right, so the full faculty of coaches for Dakota Alliance in effect. Ball delivered well over the goal. I can't really talk. I certainly make suggestions into the phone on the goal kick. We'll play out of the back into this strong headwind. Rolfing gives chase. Here's Holden. Finds Martine. Looking for Andreas on a beautiful ball to Andreas. Just absolutely shoved off the ball. No call. All right, well, there we go. Now we're calling it both ways. There you go. Now you got a call. All right. The ball just booted by Liam. Dangerous. Handled by the keeper. Good job, Keep. Yeah. So Andreas is going to take a second as just completely smashed off the ball. So we can say that they're calling it both ways now because that was certainly a foul and not called. So now we're even. The ball dropped to the keeper. 10 minutes in. There's a long punt towards midline. Carson Johnson there for it. Gives chase. Whitey has Holden. Holden with the turn, has Stamp. Decides to go far touch towards McMillan. McMillan's dispossessed. Here's Bloom. Fires forward. And earns. Black throw. Here's Carson Johnson. Hey, Eric Bauer. Apparently you're enjoying the show. On the far touch. Look forward. McMillan there. Johnson steps. Johnson put down. Long ball over the top. Sonicson coming for it. Sonicson there for it. Wow. Just at the edge of the box. You see that wind. Hold it up. Sonicson's going to go full field. And keeper there for it. Turnover via punt. And ball allowed through. Ball again gets through Bloom. Bloom recovers. Finds Liam. Liam's dispossessed in a dangerous area. I assume a shot's forthcoming. There's a ball on the field. We need to continue playing. Ball fired high. And Bloom's hands are on his knees. 12 minutes in. As Eli has had to hustle throughout the first 12 of this second half. Long ball finds McMillan, neatly taken out of the air. And that's inadvertent handball. Ball again played forward. That's going to get through 1, not through 2. Ball comes through. Krieger chases down the attacker. And, yeah. He got a player before he got the ball. I mean, that's a fair call. Here's again. Here's number 6. Ball delivered high through everyone. It gets past Oakley McMillan as well. They find the far corner, and DA flicks off of Oakley for a throw. The 402 Development Academy out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Ball into the box. Coming forward by Whitey. Ball flicked back. Andreas there. Ball by number 6. Gathered by Opland. And now we've got another, we got subs now, I believe. Another conference. We'll see what the foul was. I think she's needing water. Okay. So water break. So 14 minutes. And we'll go quiet. What do you have to say, Gage? What do you think? You came over here staring at the camera, and now you got the camera. Now you're gun shy? All right. All right, let's go DASC. All right, there we go, bud. I like that. Okay, so the center ref, dehydrated, thankfully called herself off before she fainted on field. Went to midline off the field after stopping play. And now we'll have, I believe we're waiting on a substitute fourth official. That timeout was called at 14:30. So we are now at almost 6 minutes of stoppage. But probably a nice, quick little rest for the boys. Again, wind really moving left to right. Hopefully the boys are going to take some opportunities to just move the ball downfield, get into the attacking third, and then do their work. And here comes the fourth official. I would imagine that he would take the substitution duties at midline on the far side. And the ARs, one of the ARs will move to center. It appears that we took the opportunity to make a couple substitutions, as we are now at almost 8 minutes of stoppage, if that's how this plays out. Substitutions: Grant Olson on, Owen Sire on. Both teams ready to play. Andreas will remain on in the striking position, as will Miles Rolfing. Martin Mahesha remains on. Looks like the big changes. Krieger and Bloom off. Bloom had made some big plays on the defensive, the center back position, and appeared to be pretty tired out. So good for him to get his rest. Charlie Krieger did an admirable job in those first 14 and a half minutes. Still waiting for the refs. And the canopy is not available because of wind, in case I had not mentioned that earlier on. It's got nothing to do with sunlight or earlier games having cloud cover for the safety of the players and coaches. All the canopies are tied up. We're now at a 9-minute rest. All right, we're now at 10 minutes since the initial whistle called. The center AR is getting fluids. And I would imagine that we'll add at least 10 minutes. Just going to do a drop ball right here to Opland. So we'll gather. Quick, long boot. And we're going to change fields up as the keeper backs up and gathers. Now the defense needs to move up. Let's pull in our traps. Nice step by Tate Stamp. Shot fired on frame. Attaboy, Tate. And 6:05 will play out of the back. Excuse me, 2:01 will play out of the back. And just boot this out of play. I love that out of Tate Stamp. One touch and fire. Maybe catch the keeper out of sorts. Here's Johnson. Johnson looking for Stamp. Stamp initially pushed off, and they're going to drop back to their keeper. 4-2 will reset. Stamp. Excuse me, that's Olsen in the air. Finds Andreas. Andreas with the big hustle. See if he cannot get this ball in play. And we want to keep this ball nestled down here in our attacking third. So, I believe Sires at right back. Speedy, Grant Olsen at center back, and Whitey at left back. 4-2 is going to play out. Almost out of touch. Here's Sire. Sire, beautiful through ball, looking for Miles Rolfing. And again, we learned this a little bit yesterday with this wind. Those touches just a little too strong. However, I will continue to appreciate having the ball in our attacking third. Again, ball played out. McMillan compresses. Carson Johnson deflects this ball out of play. White throw. Over the top. Put out of play by Whitey. And 402 is just going to enjoy about 20 yards at a time. And back-to-back throw-ins. Ball put in. Here's Martin. Martin in possession. Finds Rolfing. Rolfing lays off to Martin. Martin has Andreas. Andreas in an offside position. Yeah, I mean, right. And that the touch by Martin just has to come a few steps sooner with the speedy Andreas. He's 10 feet offside. Long ball played by number 6. All deflected to the far touch by Liam. Carson Johnson flips forward. Out of play throw-in. Carson Johnson. This ball towards the center line. Finds Rolfing. Andreas needs to keep himself on side. Has Martin. Martin through 2. Martin. Oh, ball passed right to the strong defender. Number 6 for 402. Here's Holden. Holden's browbeat from that ball. I'll play forward. Here's Martin. Martin. Carson Johnson's pass is too weak on the far touch. The ball's going to stay in play for 402 DA. Liam Whitey with the takeaway. Through ball looking for Miles Rolfing. Can Miles keep this ball in play? He can. Pulls back. Cross forthcoming. Centers towards the 18. And that is off of 1. Here's Andreas. And last played out. Smart play by the left defender for 402. Love the tenacity. Breath of fresh air after the 10-minute rest. Here's Stamp. Stamp flicks back to Sire. Sire centers, and that is goal kick. Ball crosses the goal line. I'm assuming they're going to play out of the back again, as maybe not quite as much quality in the right foot of the 402 goalie as we have on our Dakota Lions team. Is Martin, ball deflected towards the far touch. 402 in possession. Again, a long ball played over the top, and what do you know, Liam Whitey there for it. Here's Carson Johnson. Again, pass just a little bit off, but Carson recovers, gets himself into position. Or essentially, need to start finding feet on these second passes. Nice play, and Andreas will give chase. Nice bit of defense. Deflected off of Owen Sire. As much as the younger siblings want that to be our ball, here's Grant Olson. And Olson will flick out of play. Be a white throw.
Working, not much time for you.
And nice step by Hilmo. Here's Martine. Martine to McMillan. McMillan plays forward again. Looking for Rolfing. Keeper's there for it. Just too strong on these through balls. We've seen it from Sonicson on goal kicks and punts. We've seen it from our midfielders. Here's Johnson. Whitey. McMillan. Nice first touch. Nice touch by McMillan. Keep playing. That's not our whistle. And again, looking for Andreas. Andreas on the near touch. Tries to flick through. Does get through. Playing towards McMillan. Gathered by the 402 to... Oh, he's way out. Someone's got to let him come out as far as possible. All handled out of the air. Again, flicked forward. Sire there. 402. And they're attacking third. Nice step by Owen Sire. Grant Olson will clear. 1, 2, 3, 4 subs coming on here in the 31-minute mark. So this is probably technically about the 21-minute mark. We'll see how much additional time is added. We had about 10 minutes of stoppage. So sub's going to come on for 402. Martine off. Christian Coronado on. Tate Stamp off. And Carson Coulter will come on. And I think we're going to wait on the next two subs, which will be Jensen and Hewitt, the two Bens. Garbage on the field or something like that. We're going to play grab the garbage. First job of Coulter. There's a throw in for Nebraska. Ball flicks forward, right into the outstretched arms of Oppen Sonicson. Sonicson's going to allow his defenders to move upfield. Flag was up. Went over. Okay. So, right. This is twice that it goes from. We're gonna have subs. So this is twice that the wind must have, it takes the ball from over the goal line back in the field of play. Oppen gathers it and thinks that he can punt, but the out of play flag was up. We'll have a goal kick. Oakley McMillan will move to this right side as Ben Hewitt comes into a forward striking position. Andreas Hurtado will have his rest for the remainder of this match. Ball played out. Oh, that's a nice attempt. Sonicson to Sire. Sire looking for Coulter. And, cheeky through ball. Off to the races we are. Flags up. Yeah. Just a foot off. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, buddy. Yeah. All right, so Sonicson's going to quickly deliver low. Unfortunately, has to get back into position. Here's Olson. Long throw over the top, looking for Hewitt. Hewitt off of the chest. What a beautiful pass from Coulter. And that's a gorgeous touch off of the chest. Sire will come up. There's McMillan looking for Hewitt. Again, number 6 there for it. Sire is tripped up, and this will be a free kick. And the trip by 17. Whitey outer. Assume will be over this. There's Whitey. Nice shot. Gathered by the keeper. Trying something a little bit different as our earlier free kicks from that position in this wind. And you can just see how much that wind holds up the ball and Olsen on it. And yeah, it's going to be another free kick. The player just comes right through Coulter. And we'll go again. There's Whitey. He'll come into your shot. Here he is. All delivered. What a strike by Whitey again. Gathered on the far post. By the 402 keeper, who's done his job today for his team. However, delivers this ball to Holden Hilmo. Hilmo fires to Christian. Again, people float one out. Grant Olsen first to it. And here's Whitey. We'll flick this ball off the head now. That'll be shielded by Johnson. Johnson finds Whitey. Whitey looking for Jensen. Ball up, slicing. Here's Hewitt. Holden. Christian. Boy, we are just, the flag is up. Hopland over this. Long ball, looking for the 18. Has Coulter. Coulter, unlucky, just unlucky. Hops up onto Coulter's left arm. What's that? It was offside? Okay. Here's Hilmo. Hilmo to McMillan. Sire. Sire to the races. And a slide tackle. Black throw. Sire will have this. All right, we're at the 37.5-minute mark. Again, assuming now with those triceps. There's Hewitt. Hewitt attains possession. Again, last touch by Nebraska. And they're going to pull Olsen back. Sire's going to move up. Here's Coulter. Coulter ball in. And then just cleared by number 6. Trying to play the counter, handled by number 1. And Christian plays ball. He's going to allow the play to continue. And Oakley's there for it. Oakley shields. This will be a black throw. So just beyond the trace or the Veo, and Holden regathers. And again, that ball will be out of play. However, this will be a white throw. And a far touch. Deep in the defensive third for 402. Ball off of Johnston. Jensen there for it. Ball kept in play by Nebraska. Here's the ball forward. That unfortunately gets past Olson. Olson eventually cleans. Speedy Grant Olson. Class of 2027 Lincoln Patriot. Yeah, I mean, it was almost exactly 10 minutes of stoppage. This ball delivered forward. Saw next to him as that curls away from him, cannot recover. Jensen there for it. This ball delivered again into the box. Grant Olson clears out of play. Should be a corner for 402. This ball delivered high, slicing towards the 18. Hewitt there. Hewitt, a missed touch. Does recover. Finds McMillan. Again, boys got to get out of each other's way. Here's Holden. Holden eventually recovers. Slows things down. Finds McMillan. McMillan looking for Coulter. Handled by number 6. Number 17. And Coulter gets to it. Pulls back. Looking for Oakley McMillan on the near touch. Here's Sire. Jensen. McMillan. Centered. Over the goal. All right, so we're 1 minute in. I'm assuming of 10 minutes of stoppage time. Good steps. They're going to play out of the back. And it's not our whistle. You're hearing whistles ending other games. We've probably got about 9 or 8 minutes left of stoppage time. Ball played forward by 402 Academy. Here's Sire. Holden Hilmo. Plenty of space and speed. Gets past 1. Gets past 2. Is just shoved off the ball and eventually possession given up. The ball's got to come off the foot faster. Black throw. Right. 3 subs forthcoming for 402 Development Academy. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You're watching Dakota Line Soccer Club 2009 boys, Team Black, taking on 402 Development Academy out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Currently leading 2-0. If you're just joining us, we had our center ref go down with dehydration. Ball thrown in towards Hewitt. Hewitt on the far touch. Apologies for the camera work. Hewitt continues to go to work, and it's shielded. And this is a corner earned. Due to dehydration, had a new ref. They had to kind of sort things out. And about 10 minutes of stoppage time, I'm assuming, was added. Coulter will be over this. He has Christian and Hewitt in that. On the backside is Sire. This ball with the further ready should curl in high, arcing on the back post. Sire there for it. Defended out by an academy player. Sire gives chase. That ball's delivered right to Hilmo. Crosses the ball in again. Defended. And it's going to fall to Christian Coronado. Sire will retreat. And the ball just slicing up. And that's last touched, I think, by a White. Long throw over towards the box. Initially off the head And the keeper can grab that as that's off the head of a 402 defender. So I'm going to assume a punt into this wind. 402 delivers the ball to Ben Jensen. The ball is the ball over the goal line. And I'll have a goal kick. 402 will play out of the back. 1-2. Ben Jensen slows the attack. Last touch by Jensen. And that's going to be a foul on Jensen as opposed to a throw-in. About 5 minutes. If I'm correct, about 5 minutes will remain on stoppage time. This ball delivered low, caught by Holden Hillman. And Christian Coronado gives chase. The ball to the far touch. Carson Johnson there, Ben Jensen there, tied up. And this is going to go again against Ben Jensen. All right, boys, got to tie it down a little bit. And the number 6, the very dangerous lefty, just sitting out here unmarked into this wind. Ball delivered in the air, cleared by McMillan. Beautiful clear all over midline. Defense is going to push up. And here's number 6. Chased by Hewitt. Finds his teammate on the near touch. Nice touch by Sire. And Olsen clear. Throw in. Corner? Throw in, yeah. As Olsen just able to get that ball over the touchline versus the goal line. Ball thrown in. Holden there. Ball flicked forward. Needs to be cleared. Handball called off of 402. And I would assume that Sonicson is going to put every ounce of his right foot into this. Again, about 3 minutes remain, I believe, of stoppage time. Ball elevated to midline, looking for Jensen, taken out of the air by a DA player. A little bit of boot ball, booted up to number 6. Here's McMillan. Sire. Last touch by White. Grant Olsen. Long throw over, looking for Coulter. Coulter off to the races. Keeper's got to come for it, and he'll gather it in the box. Here comes a punt. No, we're going to roll out. About 2.5 minutes, maybe. We could just continue to defend. Here's Sire. Sire flicks forward, finds Coulter. Well, yeah, that's going to be a foul as 3 converge on Coulter. And with 2 minutes remaining, stoppage time, Whitey over this. Excuse me, Coulter over this. Whitey, Johnson, and Olsen at midline. There's Coulter. Coulter delivers high, just over net. Do we have any updates in the... Okay, so we've had a tie in the pool. There's number 6. Now ball headed off of Whitey. We've got a tie in the other pool play. KC Legends tie. Tie Galaxy SC. Long ball over the top. Carson Johnson off to the races. Needs to pull that back and put it out of play. Now attained by DA player. Gets through 3. Shot fired. Back of the net. So up 2-1. And that guy shredded 3 defenders to find the back post. I mean, there should be 30 seconds left of stoppage time. We'll find Coulter. Olsen. Boys. No. Nice job by Coulter. That's the game, folks. By a score of 2-1, your Dakota Lions 2009 boys, for the first time in history, it's my understanding this is the first time a Dakota Alliance boys team has gone 2-0 in Midwest regional play. Strong showing out of the Nebraska group, putting a goal up in stoppage time. 10 additional minutes of stoppage time. Your boys pull through 2-1. We'll be back tomorrow with a must-tie or win game against the Kansas City Legends. Again, the results, 2-1. Dakota Alliance defeats 402 Development Academy. Thanks for joining us on the live stream, folks. We'll be back bright and early, 8 a.m.